Go on, play it. Play it again, Sam.
Doing it. It's going. We're live, on scene, on set.
I'm yet to get comfortable.
We're here on the ground in Beirut.
We would be... If the draft was a thing, could you imagine two worse people to get drafted? Yeah. Neither of us are good with instruction.
No. I struggle with authority.
You are diagnosed bipolar. I probably have bipolar.
Yeah, I would not do well in a highly structured environment like the military. I think we all know that.
You're in the front line that I said the opposing team.
Shoot me.
Go for it.
Shoot all over. Yeah, I just can't be bothered with military service. Oh, too many habits.
Of the slutty tank tops you own, this is like kind of up there.
Is it?
A little bit.
My boobs and my breasts?
Yes. You're like working out. Are you working on your upper body?
After my Duncan said I should work on my upper body? Yes.
Yes, they're popping.
Oh, thank you. No, I have not worked out once this week so far.
Well, Crunch's Fitness is soon to be done.
Closing at the end of the month. Yeah.
Have you found a new place to work out?
My rowing machine here at home. And then I'll do yoga in the park. No. I don't know. But we got it. I got in on a group chat with people from my yoga class. And so I guess we're going to get together and do yoga in the great out of doors.
I just picture that scene in Bridesmaids when Kristen Wiig and Maya Rudolph are like doing it, and then Terry Crews is like, "I can see you guys," because they were supposed to pay.
Yeah.
And then they pretend that they're like doing some sort of stretching, and he's like, "Oh, come on!"
Listen, you're flapping your gums about something that don't matter. We're talking bad habits.
It's bad habits.
Now, Lucas, have you ever been in the grips of a bad habit?
I think you know I have. I think you know I have.
Tell me about them.
I am more interested in yours, but I'll let one fly right away. I bite my nails.
I know. Show the kids.
No, I can't. And so someone tried to get me to go to a new haircut place, but it's a membership place, and they're like, "Oh, and you can get a manicure for free in addition to your haircut." And I was like, I would never make someone touch my nails. Like, that's not, and like, also they're going to be like, ugh.
You should. See, the thing is, I've never seen you bite your nails.
Oh, really?
Never once.
I don't think you're paying attention at all.
Okay, that's fair.
That's like, as it turns out, I didn't think you were ever listening to me, but it turns out you're not even looking. It turns out I'm just here to take up space and make you feel less alone in a feeling way.
Is someone there? Goddamn. In college, I used to do. I had a blind prairie woman character, so my friend Sarah would sit down, and every time I go, "Is that you, child?" Anyway, moving on. That's the bit.
It comes out when I'm bored. If I'm bored, if I am like lost in thought, if I'm driving, that's when I'd like most of my nails. If I'm at a stoplight, like 9.
Got it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good to know. So if you're ever on a date with Lucas and he's biting his nails, you are not crushing. You need to dance faster.
Or I feel like this is we all have ADHD, so it's not specific or special, but I do think like it helps me focus or zone in on like a task, something.
Like biting your nails?
Yeah, because then I'm like, huh.
Oh, I see.
I know, it's like
a prop. See, I just love a fake cigarette.
You do.
That does help me. Fuck, I want a pen. Give me a pen. There's usually something at hand, but I can hold like a cigarette, and that will help me focus.
Okay, so I shared one with you. That's a minor one. I have more fun ones later, but let's build up to the neuroses.
Okay, what is an innocuous bad habit of mine? My roommates have told me that one of my worst bad habits was I would walk into a room, start playing music, and then just leave.
Yep.
And I don't know. I just thought they needed a soundtrack, maybe. I had an intention of staying in the room, but something would have occurred to me, and then I would just get up and go. So I would come in, set the vibe, and then bounce.
I started fisting and forgot.
So that was perhaps, an innocuous, sometimes irritating habit of mine.
That does drive me nuts. Because too, like if you start playing music in a room, you sort of claim that room as a roommate. And so then like if I'm your roommate, I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm not hanging out in here. I guess I'm summoned to the bedroom again. And then I come out an hour later and I'm like, wait, he hasn't been here.
Yeah, that was me as a 20-something.
Mm-hmm. I gotta say that was boring. Spice it up. We got cameras.
Oh my gosh.
Connor's over there mixing. Come on.
Okay, one of my bad habits is getting fired for poor performance.
I'm glad you brought something up about performance. Let's get into it. Okay. What about that is a bad habit?
I'm a dreamer. You know, I'm just at my computer all day, just imagining, you know, maybe one day I'll get on that wagon and make it all the way to LA, Hollywood, you know, maybe I'll go out and buy a ribbon for my hair. And
I'm so far past mad at you that like it's so funny. I'm so annoyed with you that I think I actually have never felt closer. Because you don't do anything for this podcast. You totally use me. And I am literally, you know, this is a comedy podcast. Because I am Bozo the fucking clown for dealing with you. like, I am actually, oh God, that was so healing. Oh. Like, this whole process I knew would be me doing heavy lifting. I didn't know to the extent. I didn't know that you just don't work. I had no clue that you were not accepted. By anything. Oh, I need to
hold on. That's not fair.
I really needed that.
I'm excited about things.
Oh my God.
Oh dear.
Anyway, okay, so you don't want to get fired. I think what we discovered is that was a really insightful one. I think
Yeah. What about you? What's your bad habit? Keeping score.
Actually, yes. Actually true. Touche. Okay, but let's do one maybe a little bit more fun. Ooh. I've started doom scrolling in the morning.
That's your fun one? That's... Sometimes I order French fries instead of salad. Come on.
Okay, fine. I'll let the kids have it. When it's my turn to bottom, which is about 80% of the time these days, I won't eat, as many don't, for a while. And then when it's over, I have made it a tradition to go to Wendy's and eat all the calories that I skipped during the day.
That's right. Yeah. You do have 3 Baconators. 2 Frosties that you have them combine into a plastic bag.
I'm not even a junk food girly, but I live right next door to a Wendy's now. And it just is like 11:30 at night. I haven't eaten all day. And then I'm like, oh man,
that first burger.
I know. And so 1, I'm getting my calories back, but 2, it's like a reward.
Yeah.
So now the problem is I'm almost more excited for Wendy's than the actual act of sex.
Because like that first burger is really good, but what do you not? Does your tummy not get upset by the third baconator? Do you not feel like, oh, I overdid it?
You know, I'm a chicken sandwich girl.
Oh, that's right. You're healthy. You're healthy that way.
Yeah.
I mean, my friend Tom and I, when we went to Club Fort Lauderdale, and
Scary.
it was a darling time. We were on sort of the same wavelength where we had our gaycation in Florida and we were leaving for the last day. And it was like we woke up late, but it was just like, we'll hold off eating. And then so we do our thing at Club Fort Lauderdale. We both got massive burgers before going to the airport. It was so good.
Fort Lauderdale. I was mugged there.
Nice.
West Palm Beach, actually. It was West Palm Beach. Never mind.
Neither here nor there. So are the employees now, like, do they remember you? Are they like, oh, wow, you must have got your back blown out tonight because you're getting...
Honestly, they have a big staff there on Sunset Boulevard.
Oh, that's right. It's Sunsets and La Brea's, Wendy's.
Which Joan Didion just referenced in, I just read, sorry. No, I just read Play It As It Lays, and she's like, my heaven, the character of that book was like, I don't want to live in Beverly Hills. I want to live on Sunset and La Brea. And I was like, full stop, you're an idiot. Woo. I live on Sunset and La Brea. A piece of shit place.
Joan Didion goes to Wendy's at Sunset in La Brea after a vigorous bout of anal sex.
Honestly, after that, but that was a great book. Have you read it?
Let's write that essay.
You would love it. I'm actually still fixed on, and I'm going to put it on camera here, and nobody better steal it. Amadeus, I just saw at the Pasadena Playhouse. You know, dude. So Salieri is jealous of Mozart's genius, whatever
talent, genius.
I want to take that story engine, except Mozart is Liza Minnelli and Salieri is Lorna Loft. And instead of Amadeus, it's just like Lorna. Is it? And no, but Liza's laugh would be like,
we're getting drafted. We're going to get sent to war.
This is, no, we are clearly not well.
This is how we get out of getting drafted. Invoking Lorna Love's name at the same time. That kind of disqualifies you from so many religions, too. Oh my God.
I told you I was feeling light. I was feeling airy. I was feeling funny.
Yeah. You're with it today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dear.
Do you have any sexual bad habits? Maybe a little bit of meth? Maybe some piss?
I hate that so much.
Maybe some love?
I'm not. Oh, God, I didn't even want to say what first came to mind because it's just like, oh, that's going to follow me. That's going to follow around. Sexual habits. Let's hear sexual habits.
Well, it doesn't even, I guess, have to be in the act of sex. But like, for example, like I consider like my little ritual after sex. Yeah.
Triple baconator, extra fries.
I literally the other day, I was like, oh, I can't wait.
I think.
I guess that's sort of the equivalent of like a cigarette.
Sure.
After sex, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I generally have. You know, the man leaves, I take the blindfold off, and I shut the door.
I wipe the blood from my nose and take the shards of glass out of my wrist.
Yeah, I pick up the teeth scattered all over the floor, and I, put my boots on and go to work.
It's 7 a.m. It's tough. They usually leave after like 7:30. I have a work call at 8.
I've got to get to court. I've got a custody hearing. They ain't gonna give me Preston back if they hear this. That bitch at the county ain't gonna give me Preston back. She hears this.
They almost just.
Oh God. No, I don't suppose I have. I mean, the worst of my habits, I think, when it comes to the men, are definitely keeping score.
Yeah,
absolutely. If it's if I get that first infringement on my rights as a woman when we're dating, like the first time that a text goes unread for 5 business days, I'm like, okay, we're keeping track now.
Yeah.
Gonna see who reaches out first. How many times did I reach out? How many times did I get rejected? And then like, okay, that's gonna tally up into either a meltdown when I see you, an icy, like cold response when I see you.
Right.
It all factors into how it'll play out. Not a healthy way to approach interactions, but usually they deserved it.
Have you ever read Of Human Bondage? Did you read that? I read it in college, but there was pretty much the whole point of that book is like one person loves and one person gets loved in a relationship. Do you believe that?
I do believe that to some extent. I mean, it's never static is the problem. Is like you can, even in relationships where you both meet on the same wavelength and everything is hunky-dory for a while, something's going to change at some point. Bodies change, you get older, whatever else. And so, if you can just hang on, sink your little kitten claws in there, just hang on as long as you can and then talk it out, that's fine. But
and I think that's like, I feel like the most successful relationships all are like kind of like some people at some points give more and then it's usually returned in favor, and that's the only way it makes it.
I mean, you have to be able to, you do need the perspective that like, okay, how it feels right now is probably not how it's going to feel in 2 months, 5 months, a year, whatever. But that, again, the habit that I get into is just like, even with acquaintances, even with you, when I send a message and I don't get an answer in like a day or something like that, immediately a countdown starts. And sometimes I'm like, okay, let's not get crazy here. And then with you, because it's you, I'm like, actually, let's get crazy. And so I sent you GIFs of Glenn Closing. I won't be ignored, Dan. And I was ignoring. You were ignoring me. Yeah. So I I have a sixth sense for that sort of thing. You can tell when the wind has changed. Okay, so here's another habit I've been getting into that I need to stop right now is I need to stop letting men touch me when I'm grieving.
I'm waving the white flag. I'm like, get me out of here. We gotta stop. That was so great. Like, what am I supposed to say? I need a whole on fucking PhD to be able to appropriately answer. You handed me a fucking grenade. Like, this is gonna go on the internet. Someone's gonna be like, that fucking asshole.
When I heard it out loud, I realized that maybe it didn't come out quite the way I'd meant it to. What do I mean by that? Great question. So when I'm really emotionally heightened, when whatever it is that's going on that's made me very emotional, I find that I'm a lot more, and this is probably true of you, dear listener, to all of our readers out there, you're susceptible in some ways to an unexpected emotional sort of outgrowth maybe, or an emotional expression towards people. And I found recently that in times when I've been sort of in the grips of a very, got a case of the sads, and I found that when I'm physically touched, when I've got a case of the sads, is that something in my brain's like, oh, I love you now.
Yeah.
And
that's common.
It happened at the dermatologist.
I mean, you've been in love with him. This whole podcast is a love letter.
Not like this.
He gave you a free fucking chemical peel and you're like, he likes me. Make the scales go away, baby. You're like, now I can breathe underwater.
We can't post any of this.
We're gonna, I don't know.
Oh boy. I did do my eyebrows, something else. We gotta change the subject.
Oh man. I have a bad habit. I think with my inner circle, how do I say this? I don't start fights in a real way. They're all fake. and I think people know usually when I'm like poking the bear to like get like a bit going. So for example, and we'll do it with you now. I love giving people predicaments that there's no right answer to and then shaming them with whatever they do. So like I did this one on Rachel the other day. I'm going to do it with you. Okay. I'm going to give you 3 words to describe my dog, and you have to choose the one that most doesn't correspond with her.
The one that's at least fit for her.
Yep.
Yes, okay.
Ugly, unlovable, sexy.
Ooh, that's diabolical. Let's think. Ooh, this is good. This is really good. This is
It starts a fight, whatever you'll say. Like,
sexy. That's the one that doesn't fit her.
that's the only right answer, but that's so mean.
Yeah.
You just called her ugly and unlovable.
Well, I mean, from my perspective, okay, unlovable, that's a stretch. It's hard to imagine her being unlovable, but I can do it.
Yeah.
I can.
I thought you were about to be like, she's hard to, never mind.
I can get there. When she's like got her nose in the bowl of popcorn, or
give it a baby girl.
or
Curious.
when she like is really jumping up on somebody, that's I have to think about that and like also imagine them carrying a tray of like priceless crystal or something. Rockford, you know.
Priceless crystal. Like, oh, where did you pull that reference from?
Seth and Cameron, Waterford Crystal, I mean to say.
I was like, this couch is from out of the closet.
This is West Elms. That's when I can imagine it. Ugly.
Did I ever tell you about the little girl at the Jewish?
Yes, you told me. You told me about the Jews, Lucas. We don't need to talk about the Jews every time on this.
Well, no, there's a housing complex. There's an Orthodox Jew community, whatever, not a big deal. There's a little girl peeped out this window.
It hits the ear a little wrong when you say Orthodox Jew community. Like just,
what am I supposed to say? I almost said Columbine, and that's not the right word either. What Combine? That's what I meant, not Columbine. To be the Combine?
Combine is like Fort McCoy.
I think compound is what I want.
Compound. Oh boy. All right.
So anyway, this little girl like peeped her head out of this window, which did have bars. And she goes, "Hey, mister." I'm literally picking up my dog shit. I go, "Yeah?" She goes, "Is that your dog?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "He's really ugly."
Burned. Yeah, that is a harsh critique to get from.
I mean, she's not. Let's just be honest.
She's and that girl grew up to be Scarlett Johansson.
But in the alternative that you did choose unlovable or ugly, I would be like, "You fuck animals? This guy fucks animals."
See, I knew that's where you were gonna go with that. It's okay. Give me more of those.
Oh, I love a Mary Fuck Kill situation with 3 horribles.
Sure. George Santos, Marjorie Taylor Greene. The
Donald Trump shirt. I mean, I'm marrying the Hamburglar. Mama, like, I want a Bonnie and Clyde situation. I am ready to run away and cause a ruckus wherever we go. So as long as it's not violent.
Yeah, sure. I know.
Which theft, I guess, can be violent. But no one's dying.
Right. Theft. Victimless crime.
You really gave like a little razzle dazzle.
Around here, we don't like larceny. We love it.
Honestly, movie titles, book titles, play titles have gone down. Larceny and Old Lace. That's such a great title. What does that even mean?
That is still giving me Paul Lynde. Why don't the Hells Angels wear? Why do the Hells Angels wear leather? Because chiffon wrinkles too easily.
Now titles are literally called like "You think you the shit, but you're just a fart." Like,
Played as it lays.
great title.
Year of Magical Thinking.
Also great title.
The White Album.
No, I don't like it. Like,
Is it too self-referential? Is it too?
it's too like, oh wow, they don't care, but I cared a lot.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
You know?
Timothy Chalamet.
Right. Ooh. Let's get into it. Listen, I don't like Timothy Chalamet. I think he's a great actor. I found his personality to be unlikable since the minute he kind of hit the scene.
Okay.
Undeniable talent, though. Like Call Me by Your Name should have won an Oscar for that. Okay. The opera ballet thing, I actually get what he's saying, but he's too annoying to actually like communicate it. He wants movies to be accessible to everyone. He wants it to be a Friday, Thursday hangout spot.
Yeah.
The opera requires a lot of work. You have to get dressed up. You have to be whatever. And what he's trying to say is he doesn't want it to be a hoity-toity, only art house film thing. He wants middle America to participate. But he said it through his lips and mouth. And so no one understood it. And so I actually get what he's saying. The fact that this is how he's going to lose his Oscar is fucking hilarious because I think he's so unlikable and annoying and needs like just to eat humble pie. But I do understand what he's saying. And I don't think he meant to rip on it in the way in which it's being perceived.
I mean, we've only hooked up a few times. I don't know much. I don't know him that well, but
looking at those titties, I believe it. Shit.
We did stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That interview was harrowing.
He needs like, and he just won't do it. Like he's too arrogant. And like, how do I say this without getting canceled? He went to a performing arts school and was probably like the cool kid, got the lead in the play. He needed to be bullied.
Yeah.
That's someone who
speaks French, which is like,
like he needed to be a foreign exchange student in Nebraska and just get the shit kicked out of him. If you go to LaGuardia Performing Arts School, you are a foreign exchange student in Omaha, Nebraska.
An exchange semester with the Cornhuskers.
Yes.
Oh dear. Yeah.
He also is giving like he's really self-referential of like, I want to be the Michael Jordan of acting. I want to be the Michael and so it's giving like sucked at sports, wants to have an athlete personality, but is stuck in this little body and therefore has to act.
Yeah, I mean you do want to make up for your shortcomings in whichever way you can.
He's brilliant though. Like really, really good actor.
Yeah, sure.
Like the probably the best right now of our generation. My generation, sorry.
Not sure I care for your tone.
And he makes great choices. He's got taste in like scripts, films. He like knows what he's doing professionally.
I saw Connor Stories at Trader Joe's.
I mean, Connor Story is a better actor. I will say that.
Connor, if you're listening.
Well, he has to do more, but like actually Heated Rivalry for as campy, and I loved it. It was one of my favorite shows last year, but like it's not like Timmy's
prestige.
Timmy's like doing prestige shit, but Connor, I'm excited to see him grow.
I was astonished at his SNL work.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So funny.
Infuriating. Really good.
Comedy is way harder. The physical comedy of it all. Like he's just so game for it all.
It was the same irritation I have watching Rose Byrne, who is divine, utterly incredible.
And did you see If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You?
No, I've still got to see it.
That's so dramatic. Some people think it's funny. It is not funny. It got put as like a genre like comedy. No. But she is absolutely unhinged. It is so committed. It is so brilliant. And then you watch something, I double featured that with Spy because I was so like, oh God, that was heavy. She's perfect in Spy.
Her quote, I say this in my head all the time and it comes out very rarely. When she's walking into the hotel in Budapest, he says, "Welcome back." And she goes, "Don't talk to me. You're not my friend."
That's a perfect movie.
I think that line to myself probably 8 to 10 times a day.
Well, and even too in the topic, like even mentioning prestige, like that's so dumb because like If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, the film bros and whatever are all going to like way more than Spy. Spy is an incredible movie. Mm-hmm. 0 notes. Does exactly
it really is.
It does exactly what it set out to do. It is a perfect comedy.
Yes, it is. I do agree with that.
Even just Melissa McCarthy hopping on one of those scooters and it fucking tips over. Like she rides for 3 seconds, flap.
Excellent film.
Oh man. Jason Statham, hilarious.
Yep.
Bad Habits.
I guess you could say one of my bad habits is that I've got good taste.
You do not.
We just watched Cracks, which was an excellent film.
That movie is the prime of Miss Jean Brody. Fucking shot for shot, story for story. I was waiting for Maggie Smith to show up. I'll watch Dreamers, and I get the appeal because I love prime of Miss Jean Brody, but
What did we see? Mysterious Skins.
you have good taste in movies and books and literature and stuff, yeah.
Tank tops. Say it. I'm trying not to keep score, Lucas. I'm really not. wanting
You
to keep
have
score.
you're a creative force. And I think it shows very nicely in your taste in literature and movies. But I think, like most creatives, there are just some zany weird shit, and most of the
Your
time,
accent.
most of the time, it is on your chest.
It's just like milking a stone.
Loving you is like milking stone.
How do you break a habit, Lucas?
The best piece of advice I've gotten as far as so I think of writer's block being a bad habit. Because all that is fear and whatever and blah, blah, blah. And a lot of times I think people confuse it for a lack of motivation. I've found for me, it's environment.
Okay.
So if I'm trying to break something, for example, I've been doom scrolling when I wake up in the morning.
You're bad.
And it starts because I play this Cinematrix game on Vulture every day, which is like a puzzle and it's about movies. And so I sit and I play that puzzle and I enjoy that puzzle so much. However, it takes me about 10 or 15 minutes to do it. And then I'm just on my phone laying. And then I'm like, oh, this is so fun. This is so comfortable. This is so restful. But I'm not I should be outside by now, walking my dog.
You should be closing deals.
Yes.
You should be landing that Kansas.
Or just not in bed, because then I finish the game and then I just start scrolling. And then I'm like, oh, wow, I've been here for an hour.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So
I need to, what this is to say, I need to stop playing that game right away. But I love it so much that I'm like, oh, it's a new game. It's a new day.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a new day. It's a new day. I got to go put out a podcast.
That childlike wonder. Never lose that. That's so important to keep.
The urge to just fucking Jaws and just but up to your shoulder, not leave you anything.
Yeah.
How do you break a bad habit?
I just change.
One thing, and this is a positive, nothing's going to change you, I've learned. And that is a strong, tough bitch.
Oh boy, I don't know. You just get to a point where you can't take it anymore.
Do you know who Susan Hayward is?
No.
She's an actress from the 50s and 60s, but all of her movie titles have an exclamation point in it. And they were always corny ass titles. It was like, I want to live! Exclamation point. Or I'll cry tomorrow with a song in my heart. You, every time you do your little actress bit, I'm immediately, it's
no, the name rings a bell. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just listen. You wake up on the floor enough times with bruised knuckles and your schmutz all over your face after a night of drinking. You say, I should probably stop doing that, and then you stop. That's what I did.
I also love that. I feel like when you're sad, or crying, I just picture you in this apartment by yourself with a handheld purple mirror, and you're just watching yourself cry.
Okay, this is gonna be the craziest thing I say. Habits wise. Okay.
Oh, no. Oh God.
Get ready. I think I've told you this before, but react like I haven't. So before I moved to LA, and I just mean to say that in 3 years, ending 3 years ago, I used to, anytime I would cry, I would take a selfie. I would take a picture of myself crying every time I cried. Because it happened so rarely, I just was not ever a crier in any big way. And so when it happened, something was really, really big was happening in my life. And I was like, oh, I should probably get a picture of this. So every now and again, my iPhone memories surface a picture of my face all blotchy and screwed up. And oh, that's the day I got fired. Oh, that's the day my grandpa died. I'm like, I've since stopped that habit because it's insane.
Well, and you're crying a lot more these days.
That too, yeah. The novelty's worn off, you know.
Turns out the older you get, the harder it is.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was there's a habit that I'm not proud of.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Psychologically speaking.
Yeah. I was trying to pick it apart, like why was it that even in the moment while I'm so sad, I'm like
So I'm just gonna say, and I'm not calling you this, I'm just gonna put it out there. Narcissism.
mm-hmm. Listen, okay, Mary, I was on a city bus in DC, ugly crying, and I snapped a selfie because the grandkids I will never have.
Do you think there's something romantic about being sad or in pain?
No. I think it was just purely a function of like, wow, this happens so rarely. I wonder what I look like right now. And it's just.
I'm the opposite. If I'm crying, I know I look like Smeagol. Like, I just am not a pretty crier. Even when I laugh, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, I mean, we can't do much about that. I've twice now somebody's told me I'm a pretty crier.
You are a pretty crier.
3 times. And it's depending, again, I've got to stop letting men touch me when I'm grieving. But
you got emotional. We were having a deeper talk, and it was at the cafe back. What did it used to be called? We're right there on Santa Monica. They just changed. It was called Blackwood.
Yeah.
And I remember.
Oh my god, I remember this.
No, it like was kind of like our first like more intimate discussion that was just past like haha whatever, and like I remember like I tried to comfort you and you go, "Don't fucking touch me," and you weren't being funny. You totally snapped. I'm like, "Well, you're not alone." Don't touch me.
Don't touch me, you're not my friend.
Which like touch was a synonym for condescend. Like you thought I was like, it's like I'm being so nice.
Oh my god.
Fucking touch me. Oh Jesus Christ.
Listen, it just does things to a man to be touched while he's grieving.
Yeah.
You didn't know that at the time.
Really full circle. How long have you had that thought?
Oh dear. But that, I mean, yeah, it just.
Do you think people can change?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course they can.
I don't.
Don't you?
I think habits can change, but I think the person stays the same. And I think the habit is just a way for them to cope or
a coping mechanism.
A coping mechanism. That's what I was going for.
No, of course people change. It's unavoidable.
I don't think so.
A body changes. A person gets older. You lose a limb in a shark attack. You suddenly can't play billiards anymore. Your whole life was billiards. And now you got to take up.
But I don't mean it to be negative.
That paddleball game.
I like don't mean it to be negative. Like, of course, like circumstances. If you have a job, if you're become a parent, like those things fundamentally change what your day to day is. But like who you are, I don't think changes. And I think you learn things along the way to engage the parts of you that are maybe more positive than negative.
I'm suddenly getting that Rachel McAdams meme from Mean Girls. Like, so you agree? People change.
No, I don't. I think fundamentally, like you recognize the flaws and the pros and cons of who you are, and then you like assess and move through the world knowing that. And everything becomes a choice.
So what I'm hearing you say is the substance of you is always the same. Like whatever my personality, whatever seed that sprung out of, that's always going to have been the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just sort of give voice to different.
Correct.
Things. I don't like that. No, I don't think that's at all the case.
I have a feeling that you have always been the same.
Now we're talking two different things. You're conflating capacity with choice. And as we learned from J.K. Rowling, choice is so important.
Don't bring her into this.
There's
J.K. Who is he?
Jake. no, your choice does make all of the difference in you yourself, in when you're at home alone and nobody's watching, you choose one way. When people are watching, you choose another way. There's meaning to that difference. There's meaning in the choice that you make. So
what does that have to do with who you are, though?
Because who you are is informed by where you are.
Right.
Ask me what I mean by that.
I literally said that.
No, because even if the substance of who you are is, you're still the same person that moving through the world and doing X, Y, and Z. But if you're making different choices based on different situations, and that could be you're choosing to yell at the bus driver for, like taking too long to flip the handicap ramp out versus helping the person on the bus. Both of those situations are possible. And we all know which one is much more likely for you when you're on the bus.
I am not a yeller. Don't imply that. I'm a helper.
You're going to help that person get on the bus. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it's really weird that you read into it like he's going to accuse you of the other thing. Jesus Christ. So yes, I think the habits of the choices that you make, tied it back. Choices are the products of habits, I think. Ask me what I mean by that. A choice that you make out of habit is, I'll have Wendy's after I get my back blown out. And what is that getting you? Clogged arteries, for sure. Okay.
My calories back.
Calorie deficit, Helen.
Look, unlike you, it's really hard for me to gain weight. So in order for me to not be a fucking skeleton, I need those calories.
So you could choose to be kind. And yet you don't.
No, I think fundamentally, though, kind of getting back to it, like, for example, like I know what you're saying, but I look at someone who makes the choice to pick up a drink who has a drinking problem, and then they misbehave out in public. And so that tells us, like, one, something's wrong. But then two, if they weren't in public not drinking, they might be at home shelled up by themselves and have the same sort of anxiety manifesting in different ways.
Do you think that...
Because both roads, even though they're two different actions, lead to the same fundamental thing, which is maybe they're introverted. Maybe they don't feel comfortable around people. Maybe they have social anxiety, and they manifest itself in one, I'm not going to drink, but I'm going to stay in my apartment and not be in a community. Or two, I'm going to be out in a community, but my main character syndrome is going to prevent me from being able to actually do this drinking thing normally.
Okay, so if people don't change, what is the phenomenon of people changing in your eyes? Like when people do things differently. Let's say next week
But I don't necessarily correspond action to being who you are. It's hard. I don't want to work out. I do work out because it's good for me. Fundamentally, I am like I would love to be on a beach reading. That's how I want to spend every day of my life. I can't do that.
For me, I want to be with family. I'm all about family. And God. I want to be in church with my family. No, okay. So what you're saying is no.
Can't you just arrive?
Can't you just wake up and decide today I'm going to be better? And then you say no.
What's a good habit of yours? Just one, so you make it count.
Oh, a good habit of mine. A good habit of mine. I write letters.
I love that about you. Letters, postcards, notes. You're very maternal's the wrong word, but it does give.
How very dare you?
It just gives, like, I don't know, the mom from Leave It to Beaver. I love it.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess that's I don't know if I could call that a habit necessarily. I mean,
yeah. How often do you do it?
Maybe once every couple months.
You journal.
I do journal.
A lot. And that's a good one.
Yeah. I let the men touch me when I'm grieving.
My problem with journaling, and I recently was, someone was like, just make sure you journal like 2 sentences. Like, don't think of it as like it needs to be an essay every time. And my perfectionism gets in the way of that, where I'm like, I need to make it count. But it doesn't have to. It's literally a journal.
Here's, just imagine scholars are going to be reading this in 100 years.
That's the problem. I'm like, wait, I didn't set the scene.
Every time you cry, take a selfie. Cannot believe I admitted
It's
that.
like they don't have this set up.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe that's the one good habit that I can reach for right now.
Mm-hmm.
I journal frequently, which just means I'm navel gazing every morning for about 30 minutes.
Every couple minutes just farting.
How did my day go yesterday?
Farts. Exclamation.
I also, another habit of mine when I was in school, I used to tally up how many sneezes I sneezed.
What do you mean?
Just looking through an old high school journal, and I saw I had just like all these scratch marks. I was like, what is that? There was, oh my God, I was tallying sneezes
Like for the year?
for the day. Just
How many days?
for the better part of however long I was in school.
You're fucking weird.
What's your
This is a
good habit? Working out. Look, I move this body. Okay, that's well, we've covered a lot today.
We have.
And
I forgive you.
I'll come over and help you edit.
Okay. I'll believe it when I see it.
Talk is cheap.
Aaron.
Oh, that's a great movie name.
Talk is cheap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with an exclamation point.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was her name? Suzanne Hayward.
Susan Hayward. We're going to watch a Susan Hayward movie. She turns it out. No one actually plays drunk better than her. Catherine O'Hara. Catherine O'Hara is a good drunk.
Oh, now I'm sad. Okay, well, that's all the time we've got
Okay, kids.
time for.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the show.